Couch Co-op. Couch Co-op. Couch Co-op.
Hello, Couch Co-opers, Couch Potatoes, and Couch Co-dependents. This is the Couch Co-op Show, and I'm Ian, and I got everybody in the house tonight. Woo! Jared, Dave, and Aaron.
A long time coming.
Yeah, it's
Nice to see all your faces.
everybody. Everybody's in the chat room tonight. Please do me a favor and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Couch Co-op Shows, all one word.
No hyphen.
No hyphen.
Now let's get to the show. Hey boys, we're gonna talk about some video games, some video games.
Video games. Yeah.
And last
Some
week,
of us like those.
some of us still play them. Some of us still kids. Some of us, are having kids. Some of us had kids. Some are having kids or about to have kids.
Some of us, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You should actually, Aaron. You're about to have a child.
This
February.
is right. I am. February, but man, it's crazy. It's exciting and all nerve-wracking.
Do you guys know the sex yet, or are you guys gonna wait and do a?
Oh no, we find out the end of this month actually, so
Cool.
we're definitely gonna find that out. I don't want to. I don't mind people who don't want to find out, but I'm like, I want to figure that shit out early.
Well, are you gonna wait and then have a party, like one of those reveal parties, or no?
No,
No.
It's just gonna be simply we're having a blank.
Cool.
Those gender reveal parties. I've been to one and I've heard about the horrors of those things. I'm just like, what are you doing? Just yes, it's okay to have a party for the baby shower, but gender
You mean
reveals
you're not
and a
going to
baby
blow yourself up?
You're not gonna blow yourself up.
No, I like my limbs.
You're just gonna stick
I
some
like not causing
blue or pink like Play-Doh up his ass, and then we're gonna blow him up. It's like, oh, it's like.
and I'm dead. No, I'm not gonna start a wildfire. Are you crazy? We've had enough of that shit.
Here's what we do. Depending on the color, you let Dave know ahead of time, and he either puts like pink or blue paint inside of his cock, and so when you dock with him and then you pull it out, it reveals the gender.
I was thinking we could do one of your fun movie effects shots and kill Aaron with his blood being that proper color.
Like chop off his head.
Blue or what?
That'd be
Head
great.
off, no.
That would be kind
We could have Justin rip off his dick, and then the dick just is blood colors all over his
Ah.
face.
That's super inside right there.
Yeah, some inside jokes.
Yeah.
All right. But congratulations, Aaron. And I think, our audience, obviously listening to you for so long, is probably very, let them know. I mean, Jared and Dave have kids, and now Aaron's moving up into that next level, and I'm going to be left behind as just the only guy with no kids. It's not a tiny violin. I'm playing an entire orchestra of yes. So last week, PlayStation. We're gonna do some news. Big news last week. PlayStation made all these huge announcements at their showcase. They did like an hour, almost an hour, 45, 50-minute presentation. Many things were shared.
Yeah,
and
it was great.
I don't know how we really want to do that. I was kind of thinking, what was just your kind of favorite, but, Dave hasn't really seen it. Aaron's seen some of it. I would just like to share that my favorite reveal out of the entire fucking thing was Insomniac Games, the guys who've done Ratchet and Clank and Spider-Man. They're doing a Spider-Man 2 game, obviously, but they teased that they're doing a fucking Wolverine game, and I am so hyped for this. This is no gameplay. This is a super CG trailer. They didn't even have a date.
Early.
This game is coming years,
2025.
2025, 2026, who knows? It's down the road, but just the fact
It's coming.
that it's coming and it's I'm very excited for it. So I don't even know. I mean, I don't know. I've played the mediocre other Wolverine games, and I've loved them just because I'm a Wolverine fan. But I'm excited that we're gonna get like a really good Wolverine game. I'm guessing it's gonna be really good. I mean, I guess it could suck, but Insomniac has pretty much been hitting on all cylinders.
Insomniac's
So
legit.
yeah.
And Wolverine hasn't had a movie, or I mean, a game or a movie for quite a long time.
Yeah, it hasn't been since X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah,
and that
on
game is
360.
better than the movie because that movie was trash.
Yeah.
So
maybe I should just run down the list for a quick refresher. And Dave hasn't really seen this. So Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic remake,
which we should, originally an Xbox exclusive. In fact, it's
first time on PlayStation.
It's never been on PlayStation. So
yeah, I tried to get into that game. I had the original Xbox.
I couldn't do it either.
I've always wanted to play it.
I have it on Steam, and I've played it a little bit, but it's that turn-based. It's kind of action turn-based. I'm curious if they're going to go the Final Fantasy VII route and go full action.
Probably.
That would be awesome if they did, because that game should. I feel like all Star Wars games should be all full action instead of turn-based, honestly, and that's how it always should be with them.
Yeah, so it'll be fun to follow that game along. Next was Project Eve, the shiniest ass in video games.
Dude, just class. This is like
this has Ian game. That trailer, Dave.
This has Ian game all over it, except I have a feeling it's like Devil May Cry cross Dark Souls or Demon Souls thing.
I was just thinking it was like PlayStation's Bayonetta, since Nintendo has that now.
I don't know. There's some of those boss battles look like they were pretty intense boss battles. Like they might be kind of Souls-like boss battles.
Next would be Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, which is like the DLC in Borderlands 2, where it's like D&D.
But it's a full game.
It's its own game. Yeah, it's a full game of Tiny Tina's D&D game or role playing.
And it looks like there's new characters, like new playable characters.
So it looks super interesting. Yeah, so
I hope
I'm interested to see where that game goes. Forspoken, I've been interested in since day one. So we don't really need to talk about that. They did show more gameplay, which I'm excited about.
I don't know. That was kind of cringe. All the dialogue and
the dialogue's questionable. Alan Wake remaster. Yeah. Grand Theft Auto 5 comes out in March. Cool. Ghostwire Tokyo looks interesting.
Ghostwire Tokyo looks pretty sick, but I'll probably wait for that to come down in price.
I am super interested in Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
It's like Marvel Mass Effect.
Yeah, but you but you only play as Quill, and I don't know. I'd rather be as I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, whatever.
I want to play as Rocket or something. I don't want to play as fucking Peter.
I don't mind playing.
You can choose to throw Rocket. You can pick on him.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm not gonna.
Maybe there's more.
I didn't even play the Avengers game. Like, I don't know if Eidos Montreal or Square Enix should be making a Marvel game, because like I couldn't get into the Marvel game, the Avengers game. I don't know if Square Enix should be messing with that shit.
Yeah, I might pick that up someday, the Avengers game, but I don't know. I got too much other stuff to work on right now. There's a free battle royale game in Vampire the Masquerade universe coming out. It's Blood Hunt. No? Deathloop came out today or tomorrow, and it's getting stellar reviews.
Crazy reviews, man. So
absolutely
no one's gonna buy that game. So
I think it's a PS5 exclusive, so I think it's gonna freaking tear through it. So Ian, what do you think of this Kid A? Amnesia.
That was really interesting. So like I was gonna message that out when it dropped, but I was like, who cares? But so Radiohead, this is not their foray into video game type content. They did an iPhone, or like maybe it was iPhone and Android. They did like a music experience for one of their maybe in Rainbows or something like that, one of the albums. And it was just like you kind of move around in this like game. It's not really a game, and you experience their songs and different things.
That sounds interesting, and I really hope this is for PlayStation VR 2.
So they're doing another one, but it's like a full-on console release, and it's for Kid A of all albums. So I'm I'm totally into it. I'm totally gonna check it out because I checked out the other one way back when that came out. But it's not gonna be like a game. It's gonna be like a
Exhibition
walking,
is what it's called.
Yeah, it's gonna be like
Yeah.
But the fact that they picked that album is so interesting to me. So, because I love that album, but anyway, yeah, I don't know what to make of it. It was such a short teaser thing. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, I'm interested to see, and I really hope it is a PSVR 2 thing. Like, I mean, that's supposedly coming out next year, so I'm really interested to see where that goes. Next one up was a game, Chia, TCHIA, and it's like an open world. Well, they call it a tropical open world adventure. You can become like any animal in the game, and I don't know. It seems more like a sandbox, but I'm assuming there's a good story. It looks really interesting. I'll probably check it out.
Not gonna check it out. You're never gonna check it out, Jared. Come on. Just say.
I don't know. Maybe
next game.
And Ian for his PC, he's gonna buy the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection.
Oh.
Comes out to PS5.
So you get Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy remastered for PS5 and PC.
Yeah,
and it's like, who cares? Move on. Like, why does this need to be a thing? They just need some more money, I guess. I don't know. Come on.
Oh yeah. Well, the PC people. I mean, they've been doing a lot of PC stuff, and they just bought a company that is for PC ports. So we're gonna see this kind of news so much.
But how many times has Naughty Dog? Okay, you're fine. That's right. You're right. But like, how many times does Naughty Dog need to reskin the same game? Like, we've played the same Naughty Dog game for like 2 decades at this point. Like, do something new.
Just wait until
do something new.
Yeah,
something new.
Yeah, right. Just wait until all of them are remade.
Ugh.
It's gonna be the remake next.
You know what's worse than that though is the fucking Grand Theft Auto 5
That's
remaster.
exactly what I was saying.
It's just like you got a game on 3 generations. Like, how much more money does this company need to make off this game and like just postpone them making a new game? Like,
I know
these fuckers, man, these greedy motherfuckers over at Rockstar and 2K Games. It's like, come on. And they even got the remake even got delayed. Or remaster got delayed. It's like,
because I thought that was originally supposed to be like a launch window title.
We were supposed to get we were supposed to get the Grand Theft Auto Online free. I don't know if that's still gonna happen now.
I think the fans will tear one of the companies in half and something will happen.
I think people have forgotten.
I don't know.
Said it once.
Nobody really talks about
the existence.
Then that Marvel's Wolverine from Insomniac trailer I think it's
dope.
exactly what that trailer should have been. You know, just a little teaser with the claws popping out at the end. It's super rad. I dig that.
Yeah.
And Ian's most anticipated game had a really big trailer, Gran Turismo 7.
Oh man, dude, so good. I mean, you're talking about.
I didn't even know those was coming.
Oh, it's going back to kind of like Sport was kind of this deviation, and 7 is like, I don't know. It looks so sexy. Man, how come fake cars look more real than real cars? I don't get that.
I know. I saw a picture of like Forza Horizon 4 the other day, which is an older game, and it's like, if they hadn't captioned it that it was a picture of a video game, I would have thought it was real. And I'm like, I can only imagine what it looks like when it's all moving and like ray traced and.
GT Sport I bought on sale at $20. I felt guilty for that because the game is actually really awesome and didn't get the respect it deserved. So Gran Turismo 7 will be a day one purchase for me.
Yeah, I figured that. So, I don't know if you guys watched the Marvel Spider-Man 2 trailer, but guess who you get? Who's going to be in the story? Dave?
Venom.
You're all about Marvel.
He doesn't like Venom.
Yeah, guess who I care?
Yeah, Venom.
No,
Venom,
but it's interesting. It looks like you get to play both Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So Miles and Peter, and then Venom's going to be in it. But I wonder if you get to play Venom. That would be dope. That would be the dope thing.
I doubt they're going to make it a co-op game. It's still going to be single player.
No,
but it'll have the cooperative.
He's talking like different options.
Yeah.
No, but it'd be cool like in like a Battlefront game or like in a Call of Duty where it switches the bad guys and the good guys. It'd be cool if you could play Venom and play the bad guy parts. And
that would be
they've
so
never
awesome.
done that because like I want to play as Venom. At that point, you've already got to play as Miles and Spider-Man. I want to play. What's it fucking going to be like to play as Venom, dude?
So whose voice was narrating like all the questions, like finding someone that can possibly beat me? That wasn't Venom.
Yeah, yeah, that was Eddie
That
Brock.
was?
I'm pretty sure that's Eddie. Well, Eddie Brock and Venom are like the symbiote.
Yeah,
so it's two different
okay.
guys.
They are
so
one and the same.
but
Yeah.
they talk to each other, and he's
Yeah.
I'm sure Dave cares. Dave's like,
and-
what is this nerd shit?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I haven't watched either of the Venom movies. I really want to.
I
should
want
see the
to.
new
I
one.
need. Well, the sequel's not out yet.
So
It's
even
coming though.
I've seen the first one.
The first
Are
one
they
is
on
it's a
Hulu?
funny movie, dude, because
it's
that's
actually
fun.
pretty good.
it's
yeah.
pretty
Okay.
good. It's kind of
The
nuts.
sequel is really good.
It goes. It's a. I mean,
Are they on Hulu?
I don't
Both
know.
of them? Or like one of
Venom,
them?
I don't think any of them are on anything.
Oh darn.
I don't think
Okay.
so.
Because all I know is that Venom 2 is coming and it has what's his name as Carnage.
Woody
Oh
Harrelson.
God, what's his name? Yes.
Awesome.
And I'm like, I just like that big game. I was like, can we eat him? And they're like, no, don't eat
Yeah,
him.
I like that trailer for the movie. That's great. God of
I
War
kinda wanna
Ragnarok
watch
finished
Venom
things
now.
off.
And then
Ooh,
finish it off. God of War.
yes.
Yeah. All right. Round
Yeah.
of applause for God of War, man. I'm super excited.
I know.
So
I
excited.
hope it lives up to the hype. That's all I can hope. I mean, I know it will. I feel like it will, but I hope it does.
Oh,
'Cause
there's
that-
already the people giving the animators all kinds of shit, like, oh, he loads into the boat the same way as in the first one, garbage like that. I'm like, what? Everybody's making fun of
garbage.
Thor being fat and stuff like that. They're comparing it to the Marvel Universe Thor, and I'm like, just shut up. Just
I don't
really,
know.
really,
I
just
don't
shut
think
up.
we've even
You know what's
seen-
funny though?
I think I've seen that Thor.
You know what? I mean, in the last PlayStation Showcase, they showed off Horizon Go to the West,
Wherever that is.
Setting Sun West,
Forbid-
West Indies, whatever the fucking
Forbidden West.
subtitle name of that's called. I'm not as hyped for the new Horizon game as I am for the God of War game. Like I'm because they haven't, I don't know. I just feel like I know they're both games. They both look really great. They're both basically going to be more of the same. I feel like God of War left me with a little bit better story nugget because I'm more curious where that story's going to go. Whereas Horizon, I'm just like, I 100% think I know. I 100% think I know where the Horizon story is going to go.
I feel like they told all the story they needed to tell in the first Horizon, whereas God of War has a lot more left in it.
Yeah, it makes you think it's done. Although it's funny because you mentioned that, because I felt like when I was playing that, I felt like it was done pretty much at the very end. Then you actually have to go back to your cabin, which I did not know. Thank you guys for telling me that when I beat it. And then they show that little bit with Thor. I'm like, holy shit, what's gonna happen now? And then they go out like,
well, yeah, but there's also that whole part about his son possibly being Loki. So if his son's Loki,
yes.
So the cool thing about that trailer in the beginning, when he's hauling the deer in, the silhouette, it looks like he's just a kid with horns.
Yeah,
until
awesome.
he gets close enough, and then you realize
that's
it's
just
him
hauling a deer.
So there's like all this kind of crazy. I don't know. I think there's more of an artistry going on in God of War, where Horizon, I feel like it's doing that sequel thing, whereas God of War is telling. And I learned this today listening to DLC or something, one of the podcasts. God of War is only doing like this story is only a sequel. This is like this story ends in this. I mean, they'll probably make more God of Wars, obviously. Yeah. But this story ends in this next game, so it's like holy shit.
It's not a trilogy. This is the end of it. Yeah.
Right. So like God of War will go somewhere else or become something else, but this is that game's ending. I imagine that Corey doesn't want to make another God of War. He's been doing this for a long time and he wants to retire, honestly. But hearing that, it's like that's kind of cool, man. And I just want to. I'm more hyped for that game right now. So.
Needless to say, I'm excited to see both of them.
Well, right.
Quite honestly.
Right.
I was just more excited with the God of War gameplay than I was. Horizon's gameplay is like, just I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just not feeling it as much this time around.
Yeah, I hope with Horizon they take the time to let Aloy become someone instead of just always intense. Like, I just want her to like kick back and hang out with somebody and talk.
I love
the
story in Horizon. The first
I love it.
That's a good story.
That was the one that got. That was the one. That's what got me into that game. It was a pretty good open world game as well. I
agree.
And it did look very, very nice.
If I'm honest, Dave, I don't think it's the story that's better. I think it's the lore that's better of that game.
Oh
I
yeah.
think finding
True,
out
yeah.
what happened and what's going on, the actual story of the game, is kind of simple, really. I think it's
Well, you mean just finding out about the machines and
finding out the machines and like what
where
happened to
Aloy
people,
came from and all
where they
that.
came.
I
I
mean,
think the
it's
lore of that history, that world of
But
that
why
game,
did it
the
happen?
world
I
building of
suppose
the game.
when I say story, I do mean the lore as well.
Okay,
You know,
because like
it's
I think the base
Yeah.
story, but like whereas the base story of God of War was like, because it's kind of a change. It's like I mean, we kind of know Norse mythology, but not so much. But then you have God of War infecting it, so like
Yeah.
the lore is.
yes.
It's I don't know. I find that a little more. It's like what do they call that shit when it's like that. You know, when you take history and you kind of fuck with it. That fiction. What do they call it?
Alternate history.
fanfic.
Yeah, no, the alternate history fiction
Oh.
stuff. You
Oh,
know, it's
alternate
kind of
history, yeah.
Yeah, Nazis won the Second World War.
Oh yeah,
kind of
like in
stuff,
High
yeah.
Castle or
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein. I like turning that kind of stuff on its head a bit. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. I think honestly, the only thing I'm curious about is, so if I remember right, in the first God of War game that came out, they had a
The
whole
one
thing
that's
when
an
you go
RPG?
to Asgard. Yes, exactly. The actual the good one, the really really good one,
Oh,
the
not the
one
old,
that's
not the
not
old one.
angry. No, not that one. But no, the thing that confuses me is in the ending of God of War and the new God of War, I should say, you get to there's a possibility of going to Asgard, and they mentioned Loki, Odin throughout the whole thing. I wonder if he's going to make an appearance in the sequel, because if they're going to end the set and this whole Norse thing in the second one, are they going to try and bring in Odin, because he's been kind of silent throughout the whole thing?
I guess you'll find out when we find out, huh?
Yeah,
And if that game makes its target release date, 2022, what, March 2022? When is it?
I think so.
That was the other thing that got me about this. Like, I know I didn't actually watch it, but I was like reading the coverage about it. I was kind of like, I wish this was last year, not this year, kind of thing. It struck me more as like, here's the games to come up to buy our new video game console. You know, it's like, it seems like everything's a year behind where it should be, because, you know.
I actually feel like it's right on target though. Like if you think about like back in the old days when we would they release a console and all those games that would come out would just be utter trash.
Right.
I don't know about that.
They're taking their
pretty
time. I
trash.
dig it.
Pretty trash.
No, they were.
What was the greatest
great.
game that released on the 360 or PS3 first year?
I never had the 360 first year, but I remember on PlayStation 2 SSX came out. It was a release day title.
I don't know if that's a great game though.
Good.
Dead or Alive 2 came out.
Back in the day.
Ooh.
Mech
I
Warrior
don't
3
even know.
or Mech Warrior 2 came out.
Oh, you were getting Mech
Oh.
Warrior 5 is coming
Yeah.
to PlayStation 5.
That's right. It's been a long time since Mech Warrior came out, but yeah, that's coming out.
But I suppose, I don't know. I just feel like they don't. You know, there's not been that many games come out for it, if you know what I mean. We're
Right.
a year later, and there's a load of remakes, but
You know what's funny about that though? Like when I bought my PS2, I mean the PS2 must have been out for like 2 years before I bought my PS2.
yeah, I bought mine.
Buying a launch PS5, you know, that's. You know
That
what's
was a
funny?
tough-
It's funny that Dave bought a launch PS5 because I honestly didn't think he would, and I only did it just because I'm a nerd. But there's not a. I mean, for neither console is there great. I mean, there's a couple now. There's a couple great games, but how long has it been out now, Jared? Year and a half, 2 years?
It's getting on for a year
2018, April 20th of 2018. Got it. Well, are you talking the PS5?
PS5.
PS5 came out last November.
Yeah, last
didn't it?
November. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
almost
it's getting on for a
been
year right now.
Almost a year. All right. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I've
That seems
gotten
about right.
lots of use out of mine. Yeah.
I feel like that seems about right. There's like some pretty solid titles and not so great titles. And...
Well, I'm looking at PS3 launch titles.
Lair, baby, Lair.
Need for Speed
Oh
Carbon.
God.
Need for Speed Carbon was
MotorStorm was. I remember that
I
being a
mean,
big
that was
deal,
fun, but it
even
was
though
garbage. I mean, that was like a mediocre game.
Resistance: Fall of Man. I really enjoyed
It's
that
a
one.
good gun.
That
It's a
one was
solid
great
game.
for.
It's a
I
solid game.
forgot about that
Ridge
game was
Racer
released.
7, Tony
Insomniac.
Hawk 8.
Insomniac. Oh, Tony Hawk 8, not good.
No, no. So really, and then a bunch of NFL kind of NBA
Crossover
games.
bullshit.
A lot of sports
Yeah.
ball and sports puck.
Yeah, whatever the
I
latest.
feel like we're expecting it more and more faster now, but games are taking longer and longer and longer to make and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But like the time frame is still kind of the same.
Yep. Yeah, I know it still takes 4+ years to make a really good game.
As we get older,
Right.
we're more conscious of time, and we're closer to
Right.
death, and we're like, we don't want to die. Can Wolverine come out before I die? Is kind of where we're at right now. So like,
And then the other thing is, it's like, by the same token, the games. So we have so many good games. When you think about it, I mean, there are a lot. I'm still playing games from the last generation that blow me away.
oh, so am I. I mean, playing games from the previous generation. I was like, I reinstalled fucking Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 2 for my PS3 because I haven't beat it, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking beat this game finally.
Yeah,
So,
nice. Because I saw you beat God of War 3.
I didn't beat God of War 3.
Oh,
That
that's
was
right. It was
the
in the didn't beat
list because fuck that game.
Oh, it's so good.
It's.
I liked it.
But as we're talking to Dave, something's expansion just dropped. Why play new games when you can play old games that keep on going? Jared, back in the Destiny 2.
Yeah, I've been all over Destiny 2. Yeah.
Does it look better on the PlayStation 5?
Oh yeah, it's wonderful.
It has a PS5 version, yeah.
It runs at 60. Well, yeah, it has a PS5 version.
That's
it
what I'm
runs
saying.
at 60 frames a second, and that
I'm not
makes
being
all the
sarcastic.
difference.
It's just that game looks really good on the PlayStation 4.
It does,
so
but then you go back to the PlayStation 4 because I have my Pro here with kind of a garbage TV, despite that. But there's jaggies and all kinds of shit, which could come from this TV, but playing on my PS5 is a world of change. It really isn't. Out here, in my garage, I play on the PS4 Pro, which I got to play with Tony Death out here, and props to Tony Death for all the help.
He's got to get his little props
Pro
in. Did he hold your
slower than
penis
the
while
PS5
you were
version.
walking through the raid?
No, we weren't doing a raid. He was helping me get the xenophage from past, parts of Destiny 2, because it's a really good machine gun that shoots really slow but has explosive rounds.
How much did it cost you to get up to date on that game, Destiny 2?
I don't know. I did it quite a while ago. I mean, I've been keeping up to date. Like I might wait a little bit and then I'll buy it, but I've been buying the season passes and stuff like that because I've been playing with my brother. I played with one of my coworkers today. I mean, I have a lot of people that are playing it right now. A couple of my coworkers.
I know that the Legendary Edition was like $49.99, and sometimes it goes on sale, and then you have to add on the newest expansion, whatever that is. So.
Yeah, but even then, you don't really need the past stuff. I mean, you could, if you really just wanted to buy like the latest one, that's fine, because a lot of that stuff's just gonna go by the wayside eventually. But you won't be able to get some of the weapons, like the xenophage is part of one of the past expansions. So because I had that expansion, I was able to go back and get that content. But even that content will disappear someday. So
yeah, so basically it's free for the base game on PlayStation 5, and then you're paying for the various editions and add-ons.
Yeah, I would recommend if you're bored someday, Dave, just download Destiny 2, like just base model free part.
I beat the base version of the game on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is download just Destiny 2 free edition on your PS5. And the 60 frames a second really makes a difference. Like there was some of the stuff I was doing.
You can get those
on the PS4.
Again.
Yeah, you'll get all the trophies again. But on the PS4, the frame rate just chugged, even on my PS4 Pro, because there's so much happening on the screen at once. They throw so many enemies at you now. It's wild. Because Destiny 1 and early Destiny 2, they had limitations for old, like especially Destiny 1, all the enemies, you know, they couldn't throw that many on screen, but Destiny 2, they're just all over the fucking place with explosions, all kinds of crazy effects from all the different things you're doing. And PS4 Pro has troubles keeping up with that.
You spend
And
less time
PS5
in
is 60
orbit
frames a
waiting for
second.
it to find people.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I mean,
On
but
PS5, you know.
like what happens to me a lot is if people join, like I'm starting a strike and I'm like number 1 and they join my server or whatever, you know, when you start things like that, I will load in, I'll start running around, and it'll take, you know, another like 30-45 seconds before they even come in and start running around with me. You know, I'm like all the way to the next checkpoint. Sometimes it's wild. But
one thing to be conscious of if you download the Destiny 2 thing, for some reason when you download it to your PS5, it'll download both versions, and you have to tell it to not download the PS4 version because you don't.
Does it still do that?
Yeah.
It
I
did it with
don't
me.
think it does that anymore.
Yeah, so it downloads
that was
like
last
50
month.
gig instead of 25 gig.
Yeah, and but like you can select the edition in your store, even on your phone, and have it download specifically to the PS5. You know, it has ways. I think that was early on where that kind of thing was an issue.
That was like a month ago, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And then I deleted it right away because I was like, I'm not gonna fucking play this.
Yeah. I wish I could play Destiny.
I'm not
Destiny
fucking playing
with you
Destiny
guys,
ever again.
Yeah. Tony helped me out a lot. We went through a lot of random stuff to get that gun.
What kind of shit did he talk about us?
Nothing. Because with that group, you know, he has a big clan. He's the I think he started the clan, and there's a lot of people in it. And most often, you just have to jump in the chat. There's like five or six dudes, or there's some girls that jump in there, and you're all chatting while you're all doing the same thing. You know, it's fun. It's fun. Yeah. So just doing that's a lot of fun.
Those guys are a bunch of.
Yeah,
it's
a fun community. It's like it's different. You know, we're on the West Coast. We're a different group of people, and then East Coasters.
They're East Coast. They're East Coast Antifa is what they are.
Different group of people. But it's a lot of fun.
I'm pretty sure he told Jared that. Why is not Ian on here? Ian doing his Antifa shit. Yeah, probably not. Anyway,
no, he didn't mention you one time. I'm sorry, man.
Good.
I see that Tony Death. Ian has tears all over his face. He's very sad that you didn't mention him. So send him a message.
Could be gentleman's fluids.
Giving him tons and tons of shit. Okay.
Oh, good.
Anyway, I need to download Rocket League onto the PlayStation 5 because I believe that has a 120 frame per second mode. And,
you need a TV for that.
Oh, I've played it on there. It's nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just no one's playing it anymore. None of you guys are playing it anymore. So I mean, I deleted it off everything. So.
I know I've got it on my PlayStation. So this is a quick question. Maybe you guys know, but you know, obviously you've got your PlayStation 5. Comes with the 800 gig hard drive, and I've been looking at you can. They're still in beta, but you can add that extra hard drive in there.
Wait,
does that replace your existing hard drive, or is it?
No, it's in addition. It's
okay. So if you buy a terabyte, you've now got 1.8 terabytes.
But they haven't unlocked that yet for us. You'd have to be in the beta.
Oh yeah.
You have to be in the OS beta. So you can't do that right now for us.
No, I know I can't do it right now, but I was wondering about that because I was like,
no, it's
okay, it doesn't seem much of a point to go from a 800 gig to terabyte.
No, that one stays. You take off one of the fins, and there's another slot that you pop it in, but they haven't.
So sooner or later, it'll be available to do that. And
Digital Foundry has a pretty good breakdown of loading time speeds, and it seems like some games actually load faster off the external SSD because you can get ones that are faster than the ones on the internal.
That makes sense.
Outside of the PS5.
So
it's just an interesting breakdown.
Isn't
but the external is only you have to load it back. You have to load the entire game back into onto the hard drive.
Okay, let me correct that. With PS4 games, it will actually load off of the external that additional SSD faster. But yeah, I think I don't know. Do you have to switch back and forth?
Because PS5 games won't load on an external hard drive. You have to install onto the internal hard drive and then play. PS4 games will run externally. So until
But
they change that, that's kind of where that's at.
My next question becomes, is the internal hard drive that it comes with actually soldered to the board then, or is it?
It might be. I think it might be. I don't know 100% sure.
That'll be a nightmare when in like 10 years when they're all going bad.
Maybe. I don't know.
You know, well, let's face it, the hard drives go bad. I mean,
they do, but like I'm still running my PS4 with its same ancient hard drive, and
by the same token, most of the computers I've ever got rid of or not forced me to upgrade, but like most of the times I've had something go bad on me, it's because the hard drive has gone tits up.
But it's a little different when it's not moving. Like I've only had, I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah. No, I just was wondering that. Because I was like, man, I would love to get a 2 terabyte hard drive into my PlayStation 5 and just be able to not have to.
Oh, I'm sure they're gonna let you have that.
Oh no, I'm sure they will. It's more whether I can afford it.
I mean,
but you know, obviously, if you've got 800 odd gigabytes in there and you put a 2 terabyte in there, if you had to get rid of the first 800 gigabytes, you're only increasing it by a little bit. Whereas if you can keep the first one and then you put 2 terabytes in, that's
right. I feel like I don't know. I don't actually know about the base hard drive. If you can remove, you can probably remove. I don't know. I have no idea about that base hard drive. I think Jared's searching it for right now.
I've got to imagine you can, because I mean, of all the things in the PlayStation 5 that's going to go wrong in its lifetime, it seems to me that the hard drive would be like number one.
So what's funny in the Xbox, it uses the same kind of memory, but you need a cartridge to plug it in. So like then it becomes a very proprietary thing. Again, like Xbox with a proprietary external drive. It has like a special one you plug in to the slot. Whereas PlayStation is going with, you just have to buy it and put it in yourself. But
PC standard, basically.
But it's like that whole 360 hard drive bullshit where you had to get the weird hard drive that clicks in, and I don't know. But I don't know if the
actually
base...
that's not too bad, because I've done.
Well, yeah, you can replace that, right?
No, well, you can buy the case that it goes in for about like $5 or $10 on eBay, and then you can get a regular
wants to do that,
SATA
Dave.
drive. I've done it.
Oh, I know you. Well, but you're an outlier. People want it easy.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
I don't really think I need it. Like honestly, I live in the future, so like internet speeds are so fast, it don't fucking matter to me. That I delete Destiny, I reinstall Destiny. I delete Destiny, I reinstall Destiny. It's like nothing to me. That shit don't matter.
on the Xbox as well, it's not a big issue, because like the game installs are like a couple of megabytes and they're all on disk anyway, so it's like it takes, you put the disc in and maybe 5 minutes later it's ready to go. And if you haven't got it connected to the internet, then it just.
I'm just surprised you guys went with discs. I mean, discs, man. That's a whole thing that's just gonna die, crap out.
I know, it's kind of sad.
Fuck discs, man.
You still buy vinyl, don't you? Fuck discs.
That's different because.
How's that different? I mean,
because it sounds better, dude. I know it sounds better. Games are all digital. Games started a digital spot and ended a digital spot. Music starts at an very analog spot, goes digital,
and then digitized through Pro.
Not everyone, not sometimes, not all the time.
But most. What was the last album you listened to that was mastered on 2-inch tape?
Probably like iRobot or Tom Petty's.
Exactly. So.
I'm all buying old stuff. So why can't I listen to old stuff on analog, Dave? Why are you criticizing me?
I'm not criticizing you. I'm just.
I mean, I do buy.
If you buy modern stuff,
I get the criticism if I were to say like Nine Inch Nails or all that Deftones, all that shit's mastered on digitally and all that shit. But a lot of my old stuff, man, I like listening to that warm sound.
So I have to go back. I have been researching, which it is very unusually difficult to find information about that beta, about the internal storage options. Why it requires a Generation 4 SSD, you know, like a super high speed M.2, and you can run PS5 games on the internal expansion.
Right. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Which it was unusually difficult to find.
M.2 is
the
the little thin RAM looking hard drive. Yes.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about doing a solid
Gen 4
external.
is like a speed
No.
thing, isn't it?
I thought you were
absolutely not external.
I thought you were talking about the external, like doing an external solid state
drive.
But
But even then, just searching for that fact online for the internal SSD, that whether you can not or can run PS5 games on it was really hard to find.
I'm pretty sure you
can.
Like,
yes, you can.
Yes. That I'm sorry, Jared. I guess I
misunderstood
that's
you. That's what I was talking about earlier. When some PS5 games would load quicker than on the actual like installed SSD.
Okay, got you.
So that's the correction on that. It definitely is possible.
Gotcha.
Well, needless to say, it's kind of one of those things. I don't need more storage space right now, but it kind of like my PlayStation 4. About 5 years in, it was like
storage space.
I went from 500 gigabytes to 2 terabytes, and it was awesome. So I'm kind of like,
how many of those games do you actually play?
Yeah, very
well.
few.
When you call me up and say, "Oh, do you want to play Titanfall 2?" It's already downloaded.
Yeah, I still have games that you said, hey, we should all download this and play it. I have them on my system, and they're about to be deleted. Because,
and if you guys tell me, I just install it in like 5 minutes, and it's good to go.
So I got games that I need to
Titanfall I don't,
uninstall.
because Titanfall's discs, that's PS4, so that's different.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just like
I should get Titanfall for PS5. That'd be a little. It's always like $5, right? I should just get it and install it.
Did they do any upgrades for that game? Or
no, that game's
I thought we got it free once.
Did we get it for free?
Yeah, you probably have it already.
Yeah, Titanfall 2 was free on PS Plus.
Yeah, so you got that. Maybe not all the content.
I bought it on disc for like $10, and it was great. So
I bought it at fucking launch price. I supported the game in hopes that it wouldn't die, but not enough people supported it, so there'll probably not be a Titanfall 3. We got fucking Apex Legends instead. Yeehaw!
It's funny what sells and what's actually good, isn't it?
Right.
Well, I mean, Apex Legends is good for like the esports
market.
It is
good.
Let's see. Rogue Company was the last one I downloaded.
Rogue Company's great. And that's free to play though.
Yeah. Oh, I know, but it's 14 gigs in my precious space.
Oh my god. It downloads like nothing. Dave, you should get into that. That's fucking awesome. It's like CS:GO. It's great. I love it. I would play that. I'm so close to platinuming that game, actually. If I could get people to play with me, I am so close to platinuming that game.
The needle's not fully in the arm yet, so it's
not a PS5 game. It's a free to play game. It's just really.
Oh, I'm talking about gaming in general. It's like right now. It's
Dave's
not...
like done. He's in rehab right now.
Any guesses?
Relapse, but
any guesses which game is the biggest between? Let's see, The Elder Scrolls Online, Destiny 2, and where's the other one? The Last of Us 2.
Well, I'm gonna probably say Last of Us 2, but I mean, fucking Elder Scrolls Online is fucking huge.
Elder Scrolls Online for the PS5 edition is 89 gigs, whereas the PS4 version is well over 100.
But is that just the base game, not including
No, it's all the stuff.
Oh, wow, they really...
The PS4 version is well over 100.
Oh, so they really...
Destiny 2, I don't know how big the PS4 version is, but the
PS5
version is 8 gigs.
Isn't Last of Us 2 like 2 discs? It's something crazy. It's a massive
Last of Us Part 2 is a PS4 version. It doesn't have the PS5 new compression, so that one's 85 gigs.
Oh. All right.
So Destiny 2 is actually the smallest file with as much content as it has now, but the new compression that they use for PS5
who cares about
really
this?
Really squishes all that down.
Dave,
it's just a fun fact.
Dave, what have you been playing?
A Plague Tale: Innocence. Jared mentioned it in the last one, and I was like, I don't know why. I just kind of wandered out one night and
You like
started it.
rats. You're into rats. I get it.
Oh, it's
No,
a really good game.
it reminds me of like the old Tomb. It's like a series of puzzles. It's like, how do I get from here to there by either making the rats eat people, or making the rats go away, or wow, Jared's got a white rat. Right
Speaking
now.
of
That's
that cat,
it's a cat.
a very
Yep.
big cat.
But needless to say, I'm really enjoying it. I like the story, and it's quite a relaxing game to play.
It's not very long
The
from what I hear.
beginning's
It's like
pretty
5-6
damn
hours.
intense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, actually, I'm probably more like 10 to be quite honest. I think 5 or 6 is a little light. I'd maybe say 8 to 10.
How long to beat? You must be like really taking it in then.
No. If you look on how long to beat, I think that's what it says. Jared was lying when he said it was 5 to 6, which is
no. I think I looked at that though. How long to beat? Are you sure?
A Plague Tale: Innocence. Anyway, no, it's a pretty looking game. It's fun to play. It's like
oh, okay, Dave. Yeah,
kind of
10
series
and a half
of
hours.
puzzles.
So Dave should be beating it by now.
I think I'm on chapter 14 out of 17 or something like that, and I'm probably about half, 3/4 of the way through that chapter. So
it's getting close.
Yeah.
He's gonna finish it tonight, boys.
I don't know about tonight, but I'll probably finish it. I'll finish it in the next day or two. But I like that it's in chapters as well. You know, and each chapter's an hour at most. Some are longer than others because some are harder than others. But you know, it's just the characters are pretty good. The voice acting's pretty good. It's not anything like remarkably original gameplay wise. I do kind of like the rats when they first appear. It is quite breathtaking. But...
That makes me think of, I mean, to a degree, I haven't played this game, but like the original Dishonored had this power where you could control the rats and they would devour people or devour bodies so that you could.
Yeah, so in this,
so I kind of feel like they took that, they thought, oh, and then they made a whole game.
It's not, but you don't. It's not like a power you have. It's like more like they're afraid of the light. So by switching on and off the lights and moving torches around, you can kind of clear paths, or you can corral them into one place. Or
so they took out the magic aspect and they made it this kind of more. They gamified it with dark and light. But I just remember the last time rats were. When I think about rats in games, Dishonored was that game that did that.
It's but I really enjoy the story, and it's like it's well paced as a game. You know, there's a lot to be said for it. It's like the story is interesting, and things happen, and you know, you don't feel like you're just going through the motions. So I'm quite enjoying it actually. It's kind of an.
That's the only thing you're playing?
Yeah, right now, because after I beat Ratchet and Clank, it was like
dead season.
Yeah, so I've been playing it on my PlayStation 5, but I haven't tried it on the PlayStation 4, so I don't know whether it's any better or worse. And it's also one of those games where it's not like I don't think it's that like graphically intensive either way.
Right.
If that makes sense. It's more about the story.
Where is your PlayStation 4? Is it out in the living room?
Yeah, mine's in the living room and next to the PlayStation 5 because I honestly use the PlayStation 4. I like the interface better for Netflix and Hulu and all the rest of it.
So Dave, I'm curious. You should try PlayStation VR on PS5 because you were having troubles with a lot of them with motion stuff or playing for long periods of time. I wonder if a lot of that has gone.
I like the UI so much more on PS5. That's interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, but I think you should try it and give us a little quick snippet of if it's.
I'm not against the PlayStation 5 UI. It's just like I don't know. I
love the video game versus media. So, like, you go to media, and all my shit's there. Go to video games, all my video games are there. I like that better than, like...
I'm just lazy, honestly. It's like I've learned...
But that's lazy. That's lazy. I don't know. Anyway.
What's that going on? I saw him.
Plus, one is hella quiet, and one is crazy loud. Like Amazon or Hulu, like, makes like base PS4s.
Mine is not bad, but honestly, when I sit there and I want to watch TV, I'm not concerned about learning some. The other thing is, I haven't actually gone through and put all my passwords into my PlayStation.
So that
5.
he's extremely lazy.
Yes,
Is what he's saying.
Oh darn! Dave's trophy
I get
profile is
that.
private.
I
I
guess-
can't look at his trophies.
Well, hey,
on,
make
it
sure
private?
PSN
go into
profiles.
PS5, download Plex. I'll send you my Plex, and you can watch all my adult video content.
Nice. Yeah, I have a Plex server. I just don't have it on very often.
Mine's on my PC, so it's always on. So
yeah, mine's on my PC too, but it's like I usually have it switched off. So if I want to watch something, I go into the office and kick it on.
And if you're friends with Fuzz Vega like I am, and you guys can all be too, because you're all in the Discord, he'll probably let you in access, and his computer's always on, and he has all the movies. I saw Pig, I saw Nobody, I saw Fast 9. Anyway, he has all the movies, dude. You want to see all the latest movies? You go to Fuzz. A little down low. Even though it's on a podcast, it's on the down low. Aaron, are you playing any video games?
Well,
what are video games?
I'll be quiet.
It's only going to get worse.
I know what's going to happen here. So I know last week I was on the show, but I did mention to the guys that I did beat Final Fantasy VII.
Remake.
Beautiful. Yeah, the remake. Sorry. Beautiful game. Fantastic. I can't wait for the sequel, the finishing pieces of it when those come out someday, hopefully next year. But that game is really good. I did actually start. Actually got this game from Nick DeWin, the Pokemon Yellow. I know.
You're playing that?
I am actually, because I have a Game Boy Advance actually.
Okay, cool.
And it's compatible with that, so I'm like, okay, this is fucking awesome. I might as well give the thing that I gave to my nephews, and they didn't fucking use it. So I'm like, I'm going to use this thing if they're not going to use it. So I started playing it on there, and man, you really have to have a good pair of fucking eyes to play with that console, because that little thing. Because holy crap! Well, I've always had eye trouble as growing up, but I was able to play just fine when I was a kid playing shit like that on the Game Boy Advance, the DS, and stuff like that. But I think it's just because we played much better tech stuff like the PS4, the Switch, even the Wii and the PS4, PS3, stuff like that.
You're not used to suffering?
Yeah, I haven't went back to suffering in a very long time. That's true suffrage if you're gonna go back to like a Game Boy Advance for tech. It's like, oh my god, my eyes just are not used to this. I haven't done this since I was in fucking middle school.
I have a question for you, Aaron. So,
yes,
because you're playing Game Boy, you're playing Pokemon, but is there a game you would like to be playing right now? Is there something right now, like old game, new game? Is there something you wish you'd be playing right now?
Honestly,
you're on vacation, bro. You're on vacation.
Oh no, I know. I was actually just getting to that. I re-downloaded not re-downloaded, but I downloaded the oh god, what's that game? Dave really enjoyed it. The one in Bend. Why am I drawing a blank on it?
Days Gone.
Yes. I Dave ranted and raved about it. I want to see what the hubbub is about it. So I'm definitely thinking about tomorrow, just making a good half day out of starting the game up and really getting into it, because I wanted to play when I first heard about it, but it never fell into my lap, and I didn't want to pay full price for it because, I mean, I know I could have borrowed it, but I was like, I don't want to just sit on a game forever and ever and ever and not be able to give it back.
I don't think, Jared, you never played that, did you?
No, I've thought of downloading it because you get it as a PS Plus member with the PS5.
Yes.
Didn't we get it for free anyways before that?
Yeah,
we did. We did.
It was given away for free with.
Yeah, so I mean, you can give the disc back and just download the digital copy.
No, he did.
Oh no, I downloaded the digital copy.
Jared's not.
Yeah, I did it.
You know what I just gathered from that, Aaron? Jared is not. He is tuned out. He's like watching Pornhub right now, and he's not listening to you.
It looks like
I'm
he
just
is.
browsing the web.
Yeah, browsing.
With one hand, where's your other hand, buddy?
Yeah.
No, I
But no,
really
I'm looking
want.
for.
No, yeah, you should totally play that game, bro. We'd love to hear
I
what your
know.
thoughts on that shit, dude.
Yeah, no,
I
I
really
definitely
enjoyed
get.
it.
It looked great from what I've seen on TV, and it sounds great from what you've told me about it. I'm just like, and then I also want to actually finish Doom Eternal because
Oh yeah,
that game is just. Everybody else I know's beat that game, and I'm like, God damn it! If they can beat it, why can't I?
Yeah,
I know
I still want to install it on the PS5 because there is a PS5 patch.
Dave, how long did it take you to beat Days Gone? How long was that game?
I think I platinumed it, and it was 60 hours.
Oh, so not
But,
super awful.
but it was probably about 30 hours for the story, 30, 40 hours for the story, you know.
Oh, that's not bad.
But
average.
I also believe it has a 60 frames per second mode for the PlayStation 5 as well.
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Aaron's not in that group yet.
I know, but he'll
not
get
yet. Yeah, whenever I can grab one before people just swoop in and grab it beforehand, because I've looked all over the place.
You need to go on to the if you go sign on to PlayStation Online, make sure you're not signed out of the notices, because if you sign into the notices when they're available, they'll send you that invitation and that's how Ian and Jared got theirs, and then I got mine the same way. You know, it took a bit longer, but it was like sign in at 11 o'clock on a Thursday, and you can buy one too.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen how much it costs to buy PlayStation 4s on Amazon?
It's crazy.
No.
Like the Sony PlayStation 4 Pro 1 terabyte white edition is $800. The one terabyte slim edition is $498. It's wild. Yeah. And
Sweet
some
Jesus.
like my God of War one, people are trying to sell for like $800 or $900 on Amazon. It's
like
wild.
Oh my
I've
God.
always understood that the special editions are usually you know, there's a market out there for people who want the God of War one. So
I have the OG White Destiny one.
Yeah, I'm like,
no one wants that.
Nope.
I can see like Jared's God of War one being $100 more, but you know, it's like really
not $800 though.
Yeah,
Holy
it's
fuck.
wild.
Wow, so apparently you can't buy them new right now.
No, the chip shortage, man, and Sony's not trying to produce them right now. They're trying to focus on the PS5, but chip shortage is a bitch. So all consoles are like a fucking dude. At work, we have cameras that we ordered last year. We still can't get because of the chip shortage. We've had to it's or a semiconductor shortage. It's ridiculous how awful that is, and they're saying that that's not going to be remedied. It could
for
be
a while
like next
now.
year sometime. It's like that shit is so fucked right now.
Part
like 2023, I think.
It only took a year to get the shortage. Surely it'll only take a year to fix it. Yeah.
I mean, it's been a shortage for a year, so you're gonna have another year though. I mean, that shortage it's been fucked.
Man.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't realize like my PlayStation 4 was actually worth coin.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing for cars. They can't make certain cars with certain luxuries because of the shortage. So you're short on that shit too. I mean, it's like whoever has the most money to flex. It's crazy.
Right.
I have a friend who ordered a truck, was hoping to get it for his birthday, and he ordered it like 9 months ago, and there's a VIN number out there, but they haven't finished it because they can't get the parts.
Yeah.
It's just like, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's why used car prices are so crazy right now.
Yeah, I know. I was looking for our next Gambler, and it's just like, man.
Well, some of that's different, but like some of the higher end, like actual.
Like the new used.
You know, I don't think
the new used, like Jaren's saying, the new used is like the Wilsonville Toyota place had no new cars. It was like a used car lot.
Well, we better shut up now, because there's someone on the Portland Craigslist selling the PlayStation 4 Pro with 2 controllers and 16 games for $240.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh man,
that's it. That's a pretty good deal.
That's a hell of a good deal.
Nuts. Unless they're like all John like Madden games or something.
Yeah, they're a bunch of older games, you know. Mainly
Battlefront. $200 though with a PS4 Plus.
I mean, Battlefront you can get for like $299. Battlefront 2 you can get for like $8.99.
True, but just for the pro would be it'd be worth
The
it.
Pro for 200. That's kind of nuts. It must be broken.
Yeah,
I'd be
240.
like, turn that on, motherfucker.
Just the box.
Yeah.
Just the box.
Show us. Show us it works.
Yep.
Very quickly, I'll say what I've been playing, and then we can get out of here. First of all, Quake remaster on everything: PlayStation 4, which will work on PlayStation 5, Xbox, PC, Switch, I believe. Super awesome, super fun. I was invited to play on Yusef's stream last week. We played for 4 hours straight, multiplayer, super fucking fun. The game is awesome. For the first time, I mean, I had a pirated copy of Quake back in the day, so it didn't have the Nine Inch Nails soundtrack. It had the basic soundtrack. The thing was, on the CD-ROM, you'd put the CD-ROM in the game, in the thing, and then it would sync to the game, so it would actually play off the CD while the game ran.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it kind of gets more intense.
And it gets more intense, but if you get a pirated version, you don't get that because they didn't want the sound degradation off the disc, because the discs is like small. So I never really got that up. So like now it's all mastered back into that proper game. Sounds intense. Sounds awesome. Gameplay is super fast. You have co-op. You have 4-player split screen, and then you have multiplayer across everything, so you can play against PC players, Xbox players. For $10, $9.99. It's a fucking deal. I bought it. Said fuck it. I've had it. I've been playing it. I'm like I finished chapter 2, I think. I have 2 more chapters in the campaign, but where the game really shines is in the multiplayer. It's so much fucking fun. Anyway, played that. Second of all, fuck you, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's really becoming a grind. It's driving me nuts. I want it to be done. I thought last night, I stayed up until like 1 o'clock in the morning because I was finally there. I thought it was like building out.
Yeah, you were like,
I thought the credits are going to roll. The credits are going to roll. Story, stupid little fight, stupid little action, bunch of story, little bit of action, gameplay, boss battle.
You got Jared walking off. You sound like you're...
And then it's like, fuck you, dude. Nope, you gotta go back. And not only do I have to start playing again, I have to... So, the final levels end at like level 250, where I'm at. And it's like, oh, that's cool. Everything's been pretty easy to grind up to the level-wise, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, oh, no, you got one more. But what's that one last piece of land to level at? 340. I have to grind out almost 100 fucking levels.
Which is like a third of what you've done so far, or like 50%.
It's not fucking retarded. And I gotta do that and clear that out to finish out the game. And I'm just like, dude, I'm almost like, this is worse than, I mean, Odyssey I loved. I spent like almost 200 hours in Odyssey, loved it. I praised that game nonstop. Valhalla's like, every time I've come to a certain cutscene, I'm like, oh, this must be the end of the game because it feels like it. And then it's no. And then it's like, and I'm only like 65 hours in. I'm like, this game has been good. It's been difficult, great, good, mediocre, and now it's just arduous. And it's like, they have two different studios that work on the main games, and this studio just likes to punch you in the balls. It's just like, you like Assassin's Creed? Fuck you. You know, it's just like the other company's like, the other studio's like, oh, Assassin's Creed's fun. You should enjoy it. Yeah, it's super cool. And it's like, yeah, oh, I enjoy it. Love it. Haha. And this was like, oh, you like it? Fuck you. And it's just like, I don't want to get to that point where I just like plow through it with my head down, because I do enjoy the game. It is a very beautiful game, but I'm just really being like, man, you guys need... It's
like you don't want to beat it, but it's like, God damn it, I have to do this, or it's gonna...
No, I want to beat... I'm an Assassin's Creed fan, but there's definitely a studio that is a sadomasochism, whatever. A Sado team, and then the nice team. There's an awful team and a nice team. And this team is being really awful to me right now, and I'm just like really fucking tired of it. And at this point, I just want to finish the game. But I gotta grind it out. I gotta literally grind it out before I can finish this goddamn game, and it's like awful. So that's where I'm
there
at.
hasn't been any leaks for the next one,
I
have
hate
there?
games that do that. Honestly,
Yeah, no, they've already
fucking
they have
hate
there's
games
no
like
leaks,
that.
but they've said that the next Assassin's Creed is probably gonna be an online, like a evolving world game,
Oh, that's right.
like Division or some shit.
Huh.
Which I'm
Good.
fine with because it's probably the nice studio that's making it.
Yeah.
The studio that isn't a shitty asshole to me. Like, it's cool if it's good and I keep going and they're nice to me. That's fine. It's just been really brutal. And I feel like, you know how in games, like, they have the fast travel points? They put them in games and they're kind of strategically placed. They're strategically placed so you can kind of fast travel around efficiently.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the last Assassin's Creed Odyssey was perfectly placed where I didn't have to travel a lot. I could just fast travel. And this game, they put fast travel spots in places you don't ever want to fucking go to. There's no fucking point. So like, but I've been
no missions or anything.
there's no
nearby.
or they put like 3 in this. They put 3 in like a 10-block radius. So like you only need 1 there, but they put in 3 there, and then they put 1 way out in the middle of nowhere that you will never fucking go. And it's just like, what's the fucking point? The only reason they're there in this game is for the trophy. Whereas in Odyssey, I felt like they were strategically placed so I could get around the game faster. Even though I feel like Odyssey is a bigger map and I needed to travel a lot, it worked a lot better. This one, they're just like, they're not
too far away from where you needed to be.
They're never in a useful place. And there's never a mission around them. It's just the worst. It's fuck you.
Yeah.
It's like they just want to suck time out of you. The funny thing about that is I've spent 65 hours in this game trying to min-max my way through this game, whereas in Odyssey I spent like 200 and some odd hours. So it's like,
you wanted to do that, though.
Ease of use, I feel like, but I feel like ease of use means I'll spend more time in your game, whereas this game I'm just like, get me out of here already. So
exactly.
Anyway. And Nottinghamshire, Snottinghamshire, Winchestershire, all the England places that Lincolnshire,
the Shire.
There's all the shires, man. There's all because it takes place in England, so there's all there's like a million shires. Anyway, Nottingham.
So what you're saying is
Valhalla, a Norse game in England. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Are there more shysters than shires, or
there's some great quests in the game, but there's also a lot of just redundant stuff. Anyway, this has been more of a letdown. It runs really well. It looks really pretty, but I really want to finish it. I really want to get it done off my plate. Anyway.
I hate it when you get that stage in the game where it's just
I've
invested enough time, I want to finish it, but it's like, ugh.
Jared, you missed it.
Want to finish it.
But you should have bought Immortals instead.
Well, yeah, I suppose. Jared, you missed it though. So like the last level I finished, every level has been like a pretty good level upgrade. Like it's easy to get to. So
10,
I felt like
points,
whatever, So I hit 250. And I thought, and then there's all this story content. So I thought like they were gonna roll credits. No, there's one other piece of land I have to pledge to, but it's level. So I'm at level 252. It's level 340.
What? Jeez.
I have to grind.
That seems like.
That's the next level. That's it. I have to literally grind side quest bullshit.
That seems like a Final Fantasy game. It's like, you beat the game,
fucking Chrono Trigger or some shit.
You can do these other things.
Final Fantasy, though, you can beat it if you want to, and that's it. You don't have to do anything else. This is just torture. This is pure torture.
Anyway,
I'm just gonna say that.
I'm gonna finish it. You'll hear me rant about it probably next time. But anyway, those are the 2 games I've been playing. Let's get out of here. Before we get out of here, let's do couch co-optionals. Jared, do you have a couch co-optional?
I heard it on another podcast, but I've been listening to a lot of Harry Mack.
Oh, yeah.
Harry Mack. That's really interesting. It's a dude that does live rapping pretty much. Just he has people select 3 words, and he really just brings it, and it's really positive.
He goes on Omegle.
Yeah,
So
Omegle.
random, and then he just raps for it. And he's fucking, it's crazy. I've
And
watched it
It's
too.
really good.
It's crazy.
Fun. I've been watching a ton of that.
He's so
It's
skilled.
awesome.
Yeah, it's a YouTube page, Harry Mack YouTube. It's fucking crazy. Dave, what you got?
I haven't really been watching much. I started watching Stargate Atlantis.
Nice.
Stargate.
Yep.
Is that
Not sure I can
is that
recommend
good
it,
though? I
but-
don't know. Can you recommend that?
No, but that's
Is there
about
food? How about some ex novo pan pizza? I mean, Jesus.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
that stuff's good. But yeah, no, I haven't really been. I've been, just working on stuff,
Okay.
So
All right. Aaron, you got something to recommend for the go to the order?
I have a couple things actually. The first one I have is there's a show I've been watching called Aquafina is Nora from Queens. It's on Comedy Central. It's like if anybody's watched the show Broad City, but it's kind of like that, but with one person who lives at home with their family and just she's a total like 30 something getting into shit situations that she kind of causes and gets her way out of it. But it's fucking hilarious. It's fun. It's just watch it. It's fucking hilarious. And then there's this podcast we're listening to. It's called Stuff You Should Know. It's like a weird little random tidbit thing where like you learn about the most random shit, like what's better, hand washing your dishes or dishwasher, or what about learning about the chameleon, like why does it change colors, or like the random shit like that. It is fucking fun to listen to. It's very interesting stuff. I highly recommend listening to that as well.
Awesome.
And yeah, I've also listened. I was watching this the new Jim Gaffigan stand-up Cinco. It's fucking hilarious. It's weird hearing a comedian not cuss. He doesn't do it at all throughout the entire stand-up or any of his other stand-ups, but it's great shit. I recommend that one too if you want a good laugh.
Cool. Awesome. And my camera died, but I'm not going to fix it. So my one thing will be I watched Nobody. It's kind of the John Wick light film. It stars Bob Odenkirk.
I've seen the trailer for that. Yeah.
It is so fucking good. Oh my god, it is the best kind of like. It's good. It's like it takes it like it's like back to like basic John Wick movie. Like John Wick kind of got crazy, but like Nobody is kind of base film action craziness. It's like it's so good. He's a unassuming action lead. I really enjoyed it. I was like, what? There's some great scenes in there. So if you like the original John Wick and thought the rest of the John Wicks kind of got crazy, watch Nobody. It's just a really solid action film, and that'll be my one thing. We'll get out of here right now. I want to thank all of you for listening and remind you that you can leave feedback on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Couch Co-op Shows, all one word.
No hyphen.
No hyphen.
No hyphen.
Remember to please subscribe, share, and maybe leave us an review on iTunes. I was like, what? Oh, a review. iTunes, yeah. You can also find us on Spotify, Google Play, Amazon, all those places. You can even find us on YouTube. We stream our show live on YouTube. Oh, my phone came back on. Well, that's fucking nuts.
Oh, hey.
Weird. But anyway, that would be awesome. I want to thank all of you for listening, and I want to thank the guys, Jared, Dave, and Aaron, for joining me here on the couch.
Always.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good night.
For Couch Co-op, I'm Ian, reminding you to please be excellent to each other. And now I'm going to play the outro, I guess.
The more well done outro.
Couch Co-op.
Yeah.
So, Ian, I have something for you.